Hey guys, Jim Hankey here. Hope everybody's doing all right. I just wanted to talk a little bit, and you guys can reply if you want to about your experiences or what have you. But I'm psyched for the area record show happening by me this Sunday. It happens every other month, I believe, on the third Sunday of those months. And my first one was pretty early on when I joined the VC in November of last year. I missed the one in January, and I'm excited to be able to go to this one now on Sunday. And I wanted to I had been going over in my head what my so-called plan of attack might be. And I think I'm realizing in VC videos that I'm doing a lot of air quotes, so forgive me for that. So, if you guys want to reply with, how you... what your strategy usually is at record shows, I'd love to hear it. I know Dixieland Farm, I know you pretty much kind of recently posted a video with some of your findings there, Chris. Rob, I know has been, Rob Eolavox, I know has been to this particular record show before. Or, if you've been to record shows before, just share your thoughts and everything on, what you usually go into it with, maybe, the amount you usually spend, or, what you're looking for. Are you going to record shows to look for super rare, kind of pricey items that you're unable to find either online or in other stores or otherwise? Are you going there for the bargain stuff, just to load up on records as cheaply as you can? Let me know. I'd be interested to hear, what you guys are doing and what you like to go to these for. Now, going through my one of my early videos for the VC where I mentioned the items that I picked up, I think I want to say I didn't go through the whole video, but I think I came home with around 20 records, maybe a little over, maybe a little under, and I had spent about $100 there that day. And if you go back to the original video, I tell a story about basically I had no cash left on me, and the record shows, are mainly a cash, business, obviously. So, there's not a whole lot they can do for you. There's not a lot of credit card machines there or anything if you don't have cash. I had found one item, a very important record from when I was growing up that I didn't know was on vinyl, and it was a import only. It was only made in Europe. One guy had it. It was like the last table I was looking at for the day, and I was honestly just looking around at that point because I didn't have any cash left. And we had made an arrangement. I said, I can't go get cash right now. What can I do in order to have you hold this for me? I can PayPal you. And that's what ended up happening. It was a gentleman out in Crown Point, Indiana, I think, who allowed me to PayPal him, and he sent the record pretty quickly, as a matter of fact. So in total from that show it was about 120, but I spent about 100 that day, and came home with, like I said, about 20 records. Now, quite a few of these, in fact, like almost half of them, were from one table that had 50-cent records and was offering a deal of, I think the records themselves were $1, but they were offering a 10 records for $5 deal. So a lot of people were, picking 2 or 3 records that they really wanted and then looking through and trying to find 7 more to take home. And that was kind of my deal too. I had found a couple that interested me, and I figured, God, if I'm only going to get these for $5, might as well. So I did. Now the issue though is that, and it's not really an issue, is I went through the items that I picked up from that record show, and I have not kept everything. I traded in, I'd say maybe a fourth of what I picked up that day, a lot of which were some of those dollar records. But what's interesting is, those 50-cent or dollar records were valued more by my local record stores when I brought them in to trade. They would price those at like $3 or $4, or something when I brought them in. So it ended up working okay for me because, I kind of had a temporary hold on those, didn't really listen to them, and said, well, I can part with these, and then ended up getting more in trade than I paid. So it's kind of interesting how that works out. So my plan of attack this time, Sunday, and I'm just counting the days, counting the hours, because it's just something I've been looking forward to, and I think what I am planning on doing this time, since I've learned a little bit of the, I'm still a rookie, obviously, but learned the ways of the road, I guess, at this particular show. I'm thinking about bringing, and Rob mentioned this too, Eolavox, bringing more money with me if I can. I'd ideally like to bring, if I can bring like 150, that would be great. You guys know my unemployment story, but the PR stuff has been going okay lately. A lot of bands putting out new records and therefore wanting press releases and somebody to handle all the press for that stuff. So I've been getting a little bit of side finances from that. So I'd like to go in there with a little bit more cash if I can. Not a big deal if not. But I think I'm going to be more picky this time about what I pick up. Now there are tables obviously at any record show, not just this one, that have a lot of junk, a lot of really beat up, scratched up records that they're just trying to get rid of, just hoping somebody will buy it for 25 cents or 50 cents. I think what I'm trying to do with this record show is not so much just go, oh, this is cheap, and yeah, I like one or two songs, I'll grab it. I think I want to be a little bit more selective. There are items that I'm out there looking for, and I've voiced to you guys too on on your videos. I think this time I'm really looking to fill a lot of the empty pockets of more classic albums that I feel I need and should have in my collection, and that I want to have, not just to have them saying, okay, I've got Pink Floyd's Animals now or whatever. These items would include Led Zeppelin 2 and 4, Jimi Hendrix's Band of Gypsies. I'd like to find good copies of, if I don't find, there was one table, I'm kind of sidetracking, sorry. There was one table last time I was there in November of a gentleman who had, he didn't just have this, it was just one particular part of the table, but that had the new stereo Beatles reissues on vinyl, and he had those priced remarkably low. They were brand new sealed for some of them $10 less than what they were going retail at area stores that I had seen. So, I'd like to, if I don't happen to do that, I'd like to find at least decent used copies of, the White Album or Revolver or Abbey Road and that sort of stuff. Just the general stuff that, when I hold up, no one's going to be surprised that I've gotten. It's not super rare. It's not a German import. It's not any of that stuff. I just want to find some decent copies of some of those records to fill some holes. So, and if something jumps out to me as a grail or something that I wasn't expecting, I'll certainly pick it up. But I think I'm going to be a little bit more selective and not just grab, what I can. Because ideally I do want to have these records and listen to them for a very long time. And I feel to get rid of, a fourth of what I got last time, that teaches me that, maybe I was being a little grabby last time. Especially when I think about what I paid for some of the ones that I have kept, I think that I could barter a little bit more and not be an asshole about it. But there are things. There's like a Katie Lang record I paid $7 for. I think that doesn't need to be $7. I found another one of her records at Reckless in Chicago for $1. In the same basic shape that I bought the one at the show for $7. And, I bought it for personal reasons because it was my dad played the tape constantly of that album before, when I was a kid and everything. So I think I'm just going to be a little bit more, I think I was pretty wide-eyed to the whole experience last time. So I'm no veteran, but I think this time I'm just going to be a little bit more picky. So, but I would love to hear, your thoughts on how you usually go about record shows, if you've got a plan of attack going in, if you set a limit, or maybe just stories of things you've experienced at them. That'll be really cool, and that'll be a good lead-in to Sunday's adventure for myself to go over to Hillside and do that. I'll try and do some filming while I'm there. I don't have really cool equipment or software to edit very well, so I'll probably do a video of some of the rooms there and some of the selection, and then do a video of a separate video of my findings and treasures from there. So thanks again, guys. Really appreciate you guys watching, and leave a comment or do a video reply if you like. Also, a big shout out to everybody who's been subscribing to me, as well as entering the my 100 subscriber contest, which is still going on until March 22nd, next Friday. So I've gotten a sudden influx of entries, which is awesome. So thanks to all of you ones who've done it already, and anybody else who's thinking about doing it, drop me a reply on my previous 100 subs contest video. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.